Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago Cubs and the Washington Nationals. These two should be exciting to watch go at each other, and it's all coming up next. Max Scherzer, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Boy, was he super good in his last one, a complete game shutout, a true gem. He certainly would like to repeat that performance here.
Digging in now, Anthony Rizzo. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Cubs, the first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
First pitch, 135.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo. Our temperature not quite 60 degrees, 59 here at game time this afternoon. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly, so they really have to be paying attention out there. Looking at the replay, I think he got it right, so that's a tip of the cap for the Blue.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Robles comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for route number 2. With that, a look at the Cubbies starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
Here's Kris Bryant now. As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Hey, Matty, yeah, this is time right here, D-Road. You'd love to win this 4th game of the series. They drop game 1. They come back and win games 2 and 3 of this set. Nothing they'd like to do more than win this series 3 out of 4 and win this one here on the finale.
Yeah, Dan, they gave away the first game, but they were able to win Friday night and Saturday night. A chance to take 3 of 4 and finish the weekend off strong.
And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. Robles looking up, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Kris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot. 6th home run on the season for him, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the 1st and a big fly, just like that, they take the lead.
Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Contreras in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0.
And it's fouled away. the 2-1. Their count now at 2-2. Now here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Robles is in pursuit. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Tyler Chatwood, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 9 in his last 3 starts, and he has to do a lot better. This guy isn't that bad of a pitcher, but one of the keys, he needs to start limiting the number of hits and to limit the number of base on balls. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn things around in this one here today.
Now at the plate, Adam Eaton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The pitch.
Ball that took care.
Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matty, I've been very impressed with Asdrubal Cabrera. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
And here now is Wilmer Defoe, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Takes a pitch high and away for ball 1.
Looked like he was a little over-aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder, but it's the center fielder who gets there. And there are 2 gone now.
Batting third, the left fielder, Juan Soto.
Here now is Juan Soto. Pair of hits in 5 trips to the plate in yesterday's game. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
Now the 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. Another 1-2 delivery. And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Oh, and this deflects right off him, but not quite enough as it's off the center field wall. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double. Everybody in the park, including me, was wondering if this thing was out of here when it left the bat.
Well, Matt, I thought it definitely had the height. It just didn't have the distance. The outfielder gives it a great effort, but it's just out of his reach. But he does get the ball back in quickly, holding him to a double.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now as he lifts it in the air to right field. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Coming to the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. He's 2 for 10 in the series coming into today.
Schwarber.
Here's the first pitch to him. Comes at him with the slider there, and he gets the strike. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Ready now, Steven Souza. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Schwarber gets his lead at first, nobody out. Boy, and that's about as bad as you can fool a guy. It's 1-2.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
The 1-2. Swing and a liner. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Batting 7.
And he just blasts this thing down the left field line. I thought it might bend foul, but it lands just inside the chalk, and he's able to leg it out for a double. Good looking swing.
Now at the plate, David Bodie. And you can see great numbers over the past few games. He's set, and the pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. This one is launched. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a 3-run shot to left center. 6th home run on the season for him. And with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
At the plate, Nico Hoerner.
The second baseman, Nico.
As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
When you find yourself in an 0-2 hole against one of the best hurlers in baseball, you're basically just hoping to make contact. He's so good at putting guys away, though.
Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
1-2, here it comes. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Tough ruling, but it's out number 1.
Batting 9.
Stepping up now, Tyler Chatwood. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Grounded to the right. He's got it. And the throw from shallow right in time at first, and the inning will come to an end. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 4-0 Chicago. Standing in, Starlin Castro. And in case you haven't been keeping up the tabs on him, arguably he's been one of the hottest hitters in the league over the last 7 or so games.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
2-0 now. Pitch on the way.
Ball 3.
And he takes ball 4. Leadoff man's aboard here to begin the home half of the second.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Here now is Asdrubal Cabrera. He's been feeling pretty good about things recently as you see the numbers over his past 10 contests. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Nobody out, runner on first. A ball and a strike. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
A dive, but it'll get past him out in center, and this could roll till tomorrow. And the runner scores all the way from first as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 4-1 game.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Victor Robles digging in now. 5 base hits in the series for him through 9 at-bats, so he's been very productive at the plate. 1-0 the count. From the stretch.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Well, you have to have a lot of confidence and composure to pitch effectively, and right now, I'm just not seeing it. He looks kind of rattled out there to me.
3-0 now. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Left fielder looking up. Gone! So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. Second home run early in the year, as that'll pull him even at 4 apiece.
And just like that, they're right back in it. Huge 3-run bomb to tie this one back up.
So now to the plate, Max Scherzer, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Four runs here in this half inning. Fouled away. And not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called, and on 3 pitches he's your first out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Adam Eaton digging in next. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. Three and one now.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
3-2, full count. Lifted down the line in left. And they can't run it down. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Boy, not close again. His third walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4. So a runner at first with 1 out now, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Wilmer Difo. No balls and 1 strike. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And there's ball 1.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
And the 2-1.
You know, I kind of see why his ERA is so high coming into this one. He's just putting these guys in too many good hitters counts. That'll catch up with you real quick.
But he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with 1 away. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Still only 1 out in the inning. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Now back, first baseman, Ryan.
So digging in now, Ryan Zimmerman. He flew out in his last at-bat. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Zimmerman has had his trouble in these matchups, facing right-handed pitching, that is, and shows a lot more prowess against the southpaws. Count even at 1-1 to the Nationals' first baseman. 2 men are on with 2 men out. A ball and 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ryan Zimmerman. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We've played 2, all even now at 4 apiece. In now, Javier Baez, 0 for 1 here in the early going.
The shortstop, Javier Baez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Nope. Ball one.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
The 1-0. Misses. Ball 2.
Now ball 2. Back-to-back breaking pitches. I think if right now you really have to try to get the best pitch you can get in the zone, you have to throw it right here.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Now the 2-1. This is line to left. Soto is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
So the base is empty here with 1 away, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey.
1 out, nobody on. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Shin high. That's taken for a ball.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
Cabrera's there. On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now. 2 away.
Up next to the Cubs.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Contreras, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over.
Cubs are down in order. Middle of the 3rd. We're tied at 4. And back in our nation's capital, before we get too much further on the field, let's check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Here's Starlin Castro. It's been a 4 for 12 effort in the series for him coming in.
Shortstop, Starlin Castro.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball. That's inside.
This guy uses that 2-seamer to set up his other pitches. 2-seamer in, breaking ball away.
Here it comes, 1-0.
Ball.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. Waiting on deck is Drupal Cabrera. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the 3rd.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
Cabrera.
First offering on its way as Asdrubal Cabrera is at the plate as he watches ball one.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2 is laid off for ball two.
I like what he was trying to do there with the two-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to command. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
Now the 3-2 pitch gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
To the plate now, Victor Robles. In tight with the curveball, backed up on him a little there, and it's ball one. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Runners on first with 1 down. 3-1. Yan Gomes, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. And he misses again as the command is definitely letting him down now. It's ball 4. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
First offering on its way.
Nope.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Hit back up the middle. Baez ranging to his right. Step on the bag for 1. Oh, and it sailed right over his head at first. So that'll go into the books as an E6, and he'll be kicking himself over that one. Into the box now, the Nationals pitcher, Max Scherzer. He got called out on strikes his last time through. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Ready with the 1-0.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
3-0 to him now. 3 balls, no strikes. And this misses as well. Ball 4. And he's walked the opposing pitcher on 4 pitches. In now is Adam Eaton. And with 2 men on here, I'm rather surprised they're sticking with him at this point. I feel like we can all see the exhaustion from all the way up here.
Yeah, I think it's time to go get him, Matt. We're seeing a guy that's given all that he has, and I just don't see any sharpness left in his stuff at this point.
Well, the bullpen is active, so we'll see if they make the move soon. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
Here's the 3-0.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
3-1, here it is. And he misses again, ball 4, and his control is really letting him down now. So striding forward now, Wilmer Difo, one of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Bases juiced now with 2 away. Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be off for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart early here this afternoon as he just never got into any kind of groove out there. Trevor McGill is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
The 0-1 offering. Hit out towards second. And this goes right past him. Oh, my. That might plate 2. 1 run scores. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, Dero.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
A hit in 2 tries for him so far. That evens it up 1-1. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And that'll double the lead as the run comes across from second to make it 8-4.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You always hear the hate.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score. So here's Starlin Castro. He hits here in a spot where he might be. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Digging in the switch hitter as Asdrubal Cabrera. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Kyle Ryan is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Kyle Ryan.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit the other way out toward right field. Bryant is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead on now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Nationals 9 and the Cubs 4. Stepping in, Kyle Schwarber, and he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
Kyle Schwarber.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. Into the second deck and gone. A solo home run for Kyle Schwarber. Home run number 9 on the year as they've cut this deficit down to 4.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Into the box now, Steven Souza.
The center fielder.
As Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That's not an at-bat he's going to look back on and be happy about. Obviously, the strikeout result isn't good, but to go down on 3 pitches and none of which were even in the strike zone, as you see there, that's not a good look.
Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
I love the aggressive approach at the plate, but if you're not seeing the ball, maybe you have to take a step back. You find yourself with 2 strikes, absolutely battling for your life right now.
The 1-2. is a fastball down below the knees.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. So stepping in, Nico Hoerner. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he is into second with a 2-out double. Well, that's why they call baseball a game of inches.
Yeah, you're right, Matt. He showed some serious hops, but not serious enough. He goes up high for it with the good leap, but he just can't bring it in, and that allows him to cruise into second with a good piece of hitting.
In now, Kyle Ryan. As he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive in a run.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Nationals 9 and the Cubs 5. Stepping into the box, Victor Robles. With 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series, he's a guy to keep an eye on in this one. First pitch of the at-bat.
Oh, that's out.
A ball and a strike. Ryan is among a dying breed. Those lefty specialists whose roles are changing with the new rules around reliever usage. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. But a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And now a pitch on the way. Count still at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
That's a good pitch right there, but you know, as a base stealer, when you're in the box like that, you want to protect your money makers, right? You don't want anything around your knees or your feet, so he was fortunate to get out of the way of that one.
Another try at 2-2. Fouled off.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at bat.
Now batting, catcher, Yan Gomes.
In now for Washington, Yan Gomes. His career numbers against this pitcher, he's a .333 hitter. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this is a foul ball. Boy, that was awfully close. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling, and it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time, but if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. Now the 0-1. That just misses off the inside for ball one. One out, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1 and 2.
And even 2-2 count to the Nationals catcher.
These last 2 guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
And he'll squeeze this one for the second out.
The pitcher, number 31.
Digging in, Max Scherzer. First pitch on its way. Hit high in the air down the right field line. In there, a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner.
The right fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
Into the box, Adam Eaton, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. It was a walk in his last trip. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short, and Baez will put this one away to retire the side. One left for Washington as they can't add to their 9-5 lead. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that brings in Anthony Rizzo.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Strike swinging, timing a little off on that one.
It might be time for this guy to start mixing his pitches up a little bit better. He's pitching poorly, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage at over 70%. This team batting has a pretty good idea what his game plan is.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Out of play off to the right. The 1-2.
Nope, outside. Count is 3 and 2.
Javier Baez waits on deck. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Now to the plate, Javier Baez. He has flied and lined out in 2 trips in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Eaton on the move. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. 5 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Cubs to this point. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
The 1-2.
Nope, that's the ball.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant, as Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. A ball and a strike now to Bryant. Line to the right side. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And he'll hurry back to second here as he was wise to not push it that time. The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
With runners in scoring position this season, Contreras is exactly a 1 for 3 hitter. That means a .333 batting average.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch, and it's fouled away.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
A line shot to third base. Throw to the bag, and the runner's back in time.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Two men on, 2 out, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Don't make your manager be the bad guy in this situation. I know you struggled a little bit right here. You got to find a way to get through this 5th inning and qualify for that win.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
The 2-0 on the way is offered at and missed for the first strike.
That's just too much velocity upstairs to get good wood on it. It's going to have to lower his sights.
2-1. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity as that ends the inning. Cubs strand a couple. They could use a good cup of ambition. It's 9-5. Standing in, Wilmer Difo. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings, but guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out.
The left fielder, number 22, Juan Soto.
Ready for another shot now, Juan Soto. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Jeremy Jeffress, a right-hander standing
Now
6 foot even, will take over the pitching duties here.
24, Jeremy
First pitch of the at-bat. Fouled away. Bases are empty, one man out. Ball one, taken just off the inside. Jeffress, formerly property of the Milwaukee Brewers. He became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
Line toward the alley in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Boy, there's another opposite base hit right there, D-Row. He's turning April showers into May foulers right now.
There's no doubt about it. This guy has gotten off to a hot start, but it's his ability to use the whole field. That's what's made the difference. He's not just pull happy or trying to push everything the other way. He's taking what the pitcher's giving him.
Runner at first here, one man out. Lays off the splitter that time, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
Bryant will drift over to his left a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting,
Ready once again, Starlin Castro. He was given a free pass via the intentional walk last time. No balls and a strike to count. And that's a fair ball, lined to the right side. Soto isn't stopping. Here he comes to the plate. Safe at the plate as they push the lead to 5 now.
And you know, there's just so few places in the strike zone where you can keep this guy from hitting the ball hard. That really is not that bad of a pitch. Just a little bit down and away, but he's all over it, and he cashed.
Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.